everybody, I'm glad you're here today. Today is January 24th, 2026, and yes, it is freezing cold outside where I live in the Texas Panhandle. It is 7 degrees. Have we lived through 7-degree weather before? Absolutely. We've lived through much colder, but here we go. It's 7. We still have power. Thank the good Lord. We didn't have any ice, or not yet, so that's wonderful. We have literally just a dusting of snow, which is fantastic. So everything so far we can mitigate, except, the cold is what really, the cold sucks. But if you can just stay inside, you're fine. When you have livestock, you have to go outside and make sure they're okay. And so you have to go outside, but that's what you signed up for the moment you got them anyway. So my chickens were the first thing as soon as the sun came up. I didn't see the sun come up. It's cloudy here, but as soon as it got light outside, I went and checked on my chickens. They're all alive and well, which surprises me because I got one that's kind of like teetering on the edge of death. I'm like, girl, what is it gonna take to tip you over the edge? I'm ready for her to go. You know what I'm saying? But I can't. I've got a tender heart, y'all. I really do. Anyway, so you got to get them water. Their water is of course frozen solid, so you have a water routine on how to do that, whatever works for you chicken owners, you chicken people. But really, the breed of chicken I have, which is Rhode Island Reds, they are hardy in the cold. They do cold very well. It's the heat that really they do not do well with. So that's the good news. There's more good news. We have plenty of food. We have plenty of just togetherness, community. Everything's good. Now then, I would like to know what's happening where you're at. So please comment below. I have seen pictures. Y'all, I've been watching Max Velocity. He's now my new weather person. I did Ryan Hall, y'all, for a while. I'm sorry. He's fine. He's fine. But I really like Max Velocity now. We started watching him back in the spring and summer during tornado season. And he had storm chasers out. It was very exciting. And there was even a tornado in my husband's old hometown that he grew up in La Mesa, Texas. And there was a tornado there and a storm chaser there. And my husband went, "Oh, that's my grandparents' old house." So that was kind of fun. But we watched him last night. He's got storm chasers he's going live. These weather people now are on YouTube are going, I'll be on for the next 5 days live, and like, cool, whatever you want to do, dude. But anyway, Max was live, and we sent in a picture. He was taking viewer pictures of what it looked like where you were at, and so we sent one in, and then we got to watch it. And people were sending pictures of their refrigerators, what they'd stocked up in, and then, y'all, people were sending pictures of the shelves at the grocery store. They were bare. A lot of panic buying in certain areas yesterday. Mhm. Okay. I, I I don't like getting out in that kind of crowd. So that's one of the reasons I prep. All right. I'm sure it is too, the way that I'm sure you get what I'm saying. One of my daughter's friends put on her Instagram, "I went to the store and there was literally no milk, no bread, no eggs, nothing left for me to buy." She posted that like 5 o'clock yesterday evening, and she was indignant. And I thought, girl, where were you during the pandemic? And I'm thinking, maybe there are a group of young people who are now independent adults who absolutely did not experience the brunt of the shortages and the rationing that went on during COVID. I'm guessing that's what we're seeing now. That comment, I was like, what did you want them to do? Put a grocery cart aside with your name on it and do the shopping for you? Wait till you get there to pick it up? No, girl, you got to go get it early. All right, you should have gone on Monday. You should have on Tuesday is when I started getting ready for this storm that came on Friday afternoon. So, yeah, you got to pay attention. You got to pay attention, and you got to react, and you cannot be late. You cannot be late because there won't be any food there. And that's what this girl experienced. Not only were the shelves empty, but they limited her to what she wanted to buy. Yeah, cry me a river, all right? It sucks to be in a first world country. I mean, if is that your biggest complaint? I mean, I know, y'all. I'm a Generation X, all right, nearly a baby boomer, and I'm like, I just don't put up with that kind of whiny crap. I just don't, all right? So, yeah, sorry. I guess she got some things. Good luck to her. I know the Dasani water was left in a lot of places, which is really hilarious and funny. Um, so here we go, America. We're just weathering this storm together. I know that y'all posted some comments in yesterday's video, day before yesterday. Really great comments on how to survive um, grid down during cold. I loved those comments. In fact, I want to make a list and read some of them in a video pretty soon. I literally yesterday I cooked all day long. I baked and cooked all day long just in case. And I mean, mainly for my mom and dad who are elderly, live in the RV next to us. We got our walkie-talkies set up and we had so much fun playing with those. I'm not going to lie. I mean, it was fun. It was like RV1, RV1, come in RV1. This is Homestead 1. Are you there? And then my dad would get on and say, this is RV1. What do you need, Homestead? And we were like doing this so over now. I'm old enough to have been living in the Smokey and the Bandit CB little phenomena that went across the United States of America back in the 70s. And we got CBs. I mean, our family was fun that way. We got CBs, and when we traveled, and sometimes we took two cars, um, I'm not even going to go into that story. But anyway, so we would get on. We all had our handles. We all knew how to do the CB. We all knew the CB logo and all of that. So it was fun yesterday to get on. And I mean, my dad's 85 and my mom is 82. And it was just fun to still play and I'm so blessed to have parents that are still with it enough that we could laugh. So that was fun. Now then, Meanwhile, meanwhile, in the real world, outside this winter storm thing, I saw yesterday, I saw gold go over 5,000. $5,000 a troy ounce. I saw that. It was around noon. I took a screenshot of it. Silver was around 104 an ounce at that moment. And I was like, wow, it's happened. Now, I know I have been listening on the fringes to these gold expert, Peter Schiff and other people saying, man, when it gets to 5,000, you better be braced and ready because that's when it's all going to come crashing down. Well, we got to 5,000 yesterday and things are still going at the moment. I don't know. They're saying that we're about to strike Iran. Okay. I mean, here we go. Ding, 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 round two. All right. So I guess I'm ready for that because I'm ready for this storm. I got ready for this snowstorm. So now I guess I could be ready. I'm even more ready for war, I guess. But this, I don't know. I didn't think I'd see 5,000 this week, but I did. I saw it yesterday. It closed at $4,999.20. I'm not a big numbers person, y'all, although in dreams and stuff, I'm interested in what numbers mean. Even in the Bible, I know there's meaning to numbers. I'm not that person. I depend on other people who are called to that, who are much more driven and gifted in that arena. I'm not. I'm too cynical. I'm too practical. But I like listening to people who do know about that. We need those people in the body of Christ. So I do know the number 9 can mean rebirth, like 9 months, a baby's born, or in the negative, it can mean chaos. Right? Isn't that right? Correct me in the comment section if I'm wrong. So to have 999, three nines, and I know that three is the Trinity, can represent God. Uh, I don't know. It was like duly noted. I don't know if it means anything big or not. I'm not going to hang my hat on it, but I did think that was interesting. So we'll see what this next week offers. There's rumors last night that they closed the airspace over Iran. I don't. Then there were comments like, no, they haven't. That's a rumor. So I'm not crystal clear on what's going on over there, but I know it's escalating. In general, I think it's we can safely say it's escalating. So there is that. I don't mean to laugh, y'all, but I mean, honestly, if you look at memes, and my children, who are adult children that live with me, I have a 21-year-old, let's see, is that right? 21-year-old and a 31-year-old that live with me. So they're they're very in tune to memes and things like that. And literally, they save up memes all day long that they know I would think was funny. And then in the evenings, we sit down and they show me these memes, and I literally laugh until I cry. So the memes. The memes on taking over Venezuela did not disappoint. Those were, and please, don't rag on me because my sense of humor's, warped, because I assure you it is, all right? But I mean, those were fantastic. And then, y'all, this whole snow apocalypse, snowmageddon, whatever, it is like, hey, the weatherman's saying could be Sunday, could be Friday, could be Saturday, could be ice, could be snow, could be rain, could be freezing rain, could be tornadoes. And I mean, it has been hilarious to watch all of those. It could snow anywhere from 1 inch to 398 inches in your area. So be ready, and that's kind of so. Uh, so I'm sorry, I did not mean to digress on that. So that is so literally the world is, bad things are happening. My life has not changed yet. So until it does, we'll just keep rolling along. I'm braced and ready for anything, as are you, as are anyone who has a real firm relationship with Jesus Christ. We can stand in that and feel safe. So that's one of the perks of being a child of God. I wanted to tell you this quick story. What time is it? Okay, I can. One of the things moving, we're shifting gears quite a bit here, so just go with me, all right? One of the things that happened while I was moving my parents from around the corner, buying them an RV, selling their house, getting power of attorney set up, getting their bodies donated to science set up. I mean, there was just a whole bunch of stuff going on between July and December with my mom and dad. That was just very intense for me. It was a lot on my shoulders, and that's fine. The Lord bore that for me beautifully, and I learned a lot about faith. And this, I haven't really been able to even talk about these stories yet because I have a little bit of post-traumatic stress disorder, not gonna lie, with these. I mean, I kind of hit the wall there for a little bit and had to just shut down. My bandwidth was full. Ever been there? You know what I'm talking about? Where like I can't even process anything else. There's nothing. It's closing now. So I'm able to share this story with you. One of the things we had to do to move my mom and dad over, like right next to our driveway, right next to our house, and living in this beautiful RV, one of the things we had to do was get the sewer line dug and hooked up to the house, to the city sewer, okay? And it's not under the radar. The city manager, Caesar, came over, looked at it, said, "Oh, Gene, this is going to be great. Your mom and dad are going to love this. Just put that line right here and you just go, girl." I was like, I'm going to. Well, that was all good. That was the easy part. When I was trying to find somebody to dig it, that was the hard part. I live in rural America, so the city people don't want to come out here. I get it. That's fine. That's been that way for 40 years. That's fine. I found a plumbing company that came out and said, "Oh yeah, we'll dig it for over $5,000 to $6,000." And I went, I, 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 I can't afford that. So I was like, Lord, man, I was just in prayer and tearful prayer, like, I do not know how we're going to do this, Lord. Well, we had a friend. We have a friend, Mr. Dean. Y'all, I know I've talked about him. He's like, I'll come look at it. I think I can dig it without any trouble. Uh, if you can get a digger. And I was like, oh, okay. Well, I was like, I don't know. I don't want to put him through that. So on the weekend before the Monday where I was going to call the plumbing company to tell them I'll spend the 5,000, dig it. Let's get it over with. On that Sunday, Mr. Dean was talking to Dakota, my son, in church, and Dean said, Are you gonna help dig that ditch?" And it's a sewer ditch. I mean, it was like 3 feet down. And Dakota's like, "Sure, yeah, I'm gonna help dig it. I mean, I can't do it by hand, but I'm gonna help." And you know, and Dean said, "Well, if you can find a digger, I think I can dig it." Well, lo and behold, Mr. Neal was standing right beside them when they were talking, and Mr. Neal overheard them and said, "Do y'all need a digger or a trencher?" And Dean said, "Yeah, if I can have a digger, I'll dig it and I can put in the line, but digging the trench is what the most labor intensive part of it." And Neil said, "I've got a digger. I just bought one. I've got it cheap at an auction. I planned on renting it out. I'll let y'all have it. $100 a week. $100 a week." And Dakota told Mike. Dean was right there, my husband Mike. And all of them powwowed and like, "Yeah, this is good. This is good." And it was the perfect one we needed. The exact size. Not big, like it's little. Like it's like not a big, it had a scooper. It's a little scooper. And just like that, my prayers had been answered. For $100 a week, we could get that thing dug, and Mr. Dean would do it and give us a fair labor price. We paid him, and he was fair with us. He enjoyed doing it, and he also is a teacher at heart. So not only did he dig it for us, but he took Dakota along for the ride and was able to teach our 21-year-old what laying a sewer looks like, and how you hook it up, and how you lay the pipe, and how you do the pipe glue, and how you do all of these other things, and how the sewer actually works. Now I'm like, what? Not only did the Lord get the sewer put in for me, but the Lord blessed me beyond that. You know, when he says my cup runneth over, that's kind of what it felt like. It wasn't just the bare minimum. It was above and beyond what I even believed was possible. So, that's the sewer story. One part of there's more story to that sewer digging, but I won't go into that today. But I just am reminded the Lord really provides in ways we can't imagine. The Lord does manipulate, not manipulate, I don't want, you know what I'm saying. He directs our path to make things work out in ways that, I mean, there's just no way it was anyone but God during that circumstance. You talk about coming home and praying and crying and being thankful. You bet, because it didn't cost us $5,000. It's a lot less. So if you're wondering, and I mean, I'm the queen of what are we going to do? I don't know what we're going to do. I don't know if this is going to work out. I'll take that crown. I'm queen of that. I wish I weren't, and I'm working on just having the faith, because God showed me what just having the faith looks like. It means just let me handle it, girl. That's what the Lord's saying. If you'll just lean back and let me handle it, I'll make it work for you a lot better than you could ever do. And I honestly was reminded, um, y'all, I'm getting so cold in here, I can't even talk. I was reminded of the Israelites, that they saw all the miracles in that getting out of Egypt, all the plagues. They were delivered. And even at that, they griped and weren't sure God was going to save them after. I can relate to that. I'm not, I am ashamed to say that. I'm not proud of that, but I can relate to that. And I just pray, God, increase my faith, increase my belief. I love it. With Jesus, there is no downside. Zero. All right. I'm going to read one thing out of the Bible. It's just a sentence, but it's one of my favorite sentences in the whole Bible. I have it highlighted. It's in the book of Mark, Mark 1:1. This is the good news about Jesus the Messiah, the Son of God. I mean, what more is there? There is nothing more. This, what Mark was about to write, this is the good news about Jesus the Messiah, the Son of God. There's a lot of bad news being thrown at us. I picture it like cow patties, just constantly. I guess because I have cows that live right across from me, with the snow sprinkled cows right now. And God is saying through Mark, this is the good news. The only news that matters. What Christ did for us on the cross, and how he conquered death, and how he lives, and how people who believe in him and follow him are baptized and walk in his ways because we love him and have faith. We live too. Death has no power over us either. And that is good news. And this, if you want to read about good news, read it. It's in Mark. He's telling us right here, this is the good news about Jesus the Messiah, the Son of God. I'm going to leave that with you and just let you simmer on that. And I'm going to go inside and thaw out a little bit and eat a bowl of chili. I've got chili and Fritos. I'm going to eat those, and a whole bunch of cheese and a little bit of onion. That's how I like my chili. And tonight, you know what I'm doing? I'm making hot dogs, and we're going to have chili dogs. Whoever wants a chili dog. That's what I'm going to do the rest of the day. Turn to Jesus. He's the answer to everything. Stay safe, America. Really. Stay safe, America. From the pantry, this is Gina Lima Charlie. I'm out.